Regenerative Farm. Today I have loads of zucchini. There's actually even more out in the garden right now. But I know this, I'm not going to be able to fit all of it into my dehydrator. So we're just going to call this good for today and get through what we can. So I actually just learned about this, so this is totally a trial and error kind of thing. It is zucchini jerky. So it sounds like a wonderful snack, and it looked very easy and simple, and so that's what I'm going to do with this zucchini. I might have leftovers that I might end up shredding and storing in the freezer. I usually do that. I've already got a pretty good stockpile for throughout the year to make zucchini bread, so I don't really need much more, but with the leftovers I might do that. But anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and get chopping. All this is pretty clean, so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get chopping. One thing I just remembered is they said to shred it, which I should link the video. If I can figure that out, I'll link this lady's video down below. It's about like 5 ways of using zucchini and with your dehydrator. So if I can figure out how to link her video in this, I will do that so you guys can check that out too, because she's the one where I learned this from, and she's tried and true, and she's all about dehydrating. She's got tons and tons of fun things. So yes, but one thing is she said to peel it, or else if you don't peel it, it shrinks up way more with the skin on. So if you peel it, you're gonna get bigger chunks. These are quite large, so I'm going to clean out the inside. So I'm gonna do long chunks like this, and it's about, I don't know, 1 inch wide, 1/2 inch thick, probably. Close to it. So I'm gonna do an experiment. I'm gonna try ones with no skin and ones with skin, and just see how they turn out, see what happens. It's been kind of a fun day. I needed some ingredients for this, and well, I needed a ingredient, but I needed a couple other things too from the store. And I told Joel, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to go get a couple of things from the store, and he just decided, you mind if I come with you? And I was like, oh, that's perfect, because I was feeling like today feels like a fall day, a really nice fall day. So I have a hankering sometimes to go on a long drive and get an iced coffee or some type of coffee and just drive around. But the distance to town, to me, that's a long drive. So I'm like, that's my drive in the car. And so we went all together as a family, got some special treats, and just had a nice day as a family. Went and checked on the cows. We have cows calving right now, so our dairy cow will be coming home very soon. And then got home, and I needed to dig out my dehydrator from the move. We hadn't pulled it out yet. And then I came across a box, all my fall decor. So I pulled that out, and the girls have gone to town on decorating the house, so that's really fun. It feels like fall in here, so it's fun having girls that do that for you, because I don't have to do anything. They just got that box, and our house looks super cute. I'll have to show it to you later. Okay, and so you just marinate the zucchini lengths in teriyaki sauce. So I'm not even going to measure it out. I'm just going to pile these in here. And you want to do it for like 3 to 5 hours. I mean, The longer you marinate, the stronger the flavor is going to be. So, which you also want to be careful because you don't want it turning out too salty either. So you don't want to marinate it like, I don't know. I wouldn't go longer than a night. Trying to think if I should just do it in a bowl, to be honest. I think I will do it in a bowl. Because I want to do a lot. Wow, I cannot believe that. That one big zucchini filled almost this entire bowl, and this is like my big bowl. I may have to do my big cheese pot. Actually, that might be smarter. Okay, and I'll peel this guy. Even though this was a big zucchini, I think it's fine. It's not as like giant seeds inside and not mushing apart, staying together fine. So that's kind of nice to not have to get that one out. Oh, sure. Okay. Hi, baby. It's funny. Joel and I have been watching all these different dehydrating videos, and so I've been super excited. Like, there's so many things I want to dehydrate right now. Anyways, and so we went and pulled the dehydrator out of our camper, and we were both like, it's smaller than we remembered. I think seeing everybody's dehydrators on YouTube, it's like, oh, we thought ours was bigger than that. They look like they can fit so many things. So I'm kind of not sure, looking at my dehydrator, I am not really sure I can fit much more than this for a batch. So that was only 2 zucchinis. That's kind of a bummer, but that's okay. I don't know. I might just be running my dehydrator a lot. We will see, which makes it a little bit difficult off grid. It means we have to run the generator a lot, but we have a little suitcase generator which saves a lot on gas and such. So if I find that I'm running it so much, I may end up going to my mom's, hooking up my dehydrator there and running it constantly there, because I know my parents won't care. So because yeah, that was literally only 2 zucchinis and I've got a giant pile. So we will see how this goes. I'm going to go ahead and marinate this. Since there's so much, I don't want to like just use this whole bottle. And the longer it marinates, the better. Like, I guess as far as if I dilute it down, as long as it marinates for a long time, it'll be good. And then what I can do is save the sauce. So once I'm done and I pop in another batch, I'll just save this sauce that's in the bottom of the bowl. So I'm not going through teriyaki sauce like crazy. Just use that whole bottle, so hopefully it's gonna be enough. I also have a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. I am going to add that to it. Hardly any, but better than nothing. total flop. I obviously had way too little of amount of teriyaki sauce. So the tops, all of it was, so this was in the bottom of the bowl. I decided to put it in a pan, so I dumped it all into the pan. So the top pieces were sitting in that brine for just a few minutes. I'm not gonna deal with like shaking it, and not gonna do that. So it is just going to, the bottom's gonna be very nice and flavorful. The top is not gonna be so flavorful, but I don't even care. I'm just gonna sprinkle some salt once I do get them in dehydrator and call it good. And then I am just going to go ahead and get another batch, a different batch going with, I think I have seasoning salt. I want to give that a try. I think it would be pretty tasty. Sorry, that was Amos. He bumped the camera. Okay, I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of oil on here. And then I have some seasoning salt. I get this from Azure. And I'm just going to sprinkle it around. It's very salty stuff. Mix it up. Quick tip, these things, this is actually a placemat, and they're amazing because they're really easy for kids to just use too, and they're like super thin, so easy for storage. I love these. I want to pick up a few more since my girls do work a lot more in the kitchen now, and I love them for a chopping board. They're super fast and easy. They're so thin, they don't take up much space, and yeah, works great. Okay, so I am going to load up my tray real quick. Hopefully you can see the... Okay, so I'm just going to set them all on my tray. Can I help? Sure. And just not going to have them touch. But they shrink up anyway, so it probably doesn't matter a whole bunch. This is one tray. I'm going to pop it in and get going on the next. Okay, so I just finished up with the zucchini. I've definitely made a good indent on my zucchini, and the dehydrator held a lot more than I thought it would, so that's nice. I am actually going to let that teriyaki one sit in its marinate a lot longer, so since I was kind of short on the marinade or whatever, so I went ahead and did the seasoning salt with olive oil instead, and so that I've got a whole batch, that whole dehydrator is full, and so I'm just gonna let that go as long as it needs to. I can't remember exactly how long it goes, but it's on 125, and basically we're gonna go the whole night and then check them in the morning and see what they're like, and might have to go on longer, might pull some off just to snack on, but they're more almost like a zucchini fry to me is what those ones are gonna be like. So anyways, yeah, so I will let you see them when they are all finished. Okay, so the zucchini is pretty much finished. There's a couple of trays I'm gonna leave just a little bit longer. They're still a little bit moist, and that is actually only because it's the batch that I put oil on with the seasoning salt. Probably in the future, next time I do it, which I have another big batch of zucchinis that I'm going to be doing. Next time I do it, I am going to try it without the oil, just because they're so moist already. I bet the seasoning salt will stick fine, and I think they'll dry out a little bit quicker. It did take quite a while to dry these out, and to be honest, this is actually so. This is the jerky. This is the teriyaki batch, the teriyaki jerky zucchini batch. They turned out nice and dry and good, but the other batch, while I was waiting for these to marinate in the fridge, the other batch I had went ahead and started, and that was the olive oil, the oil and the seasoning salt. And then I did up a whole batch. The entire thing was full, and we scarfed those down. They did not even last a day, and it filled up a whole half jar, oh my goodness, I can't think today, half-gallon jar. And they got scarfed up. They were really yummy. But the only thing is there was a lot of oil at the bottom of the jar. So the next batch I try, I'm going to try it without oil. I don't think, because these guys, if you can see here, this is the teriyaki one, and it is very dry. Dried out very nicely. Sorry, I got oil on my finger there. Anyways, dried out very, very nicely, and there's no oil on this one. Now let me show you one with oil. Here's one. Well, that one's pretty dry actually, but here's one, but you can see the oil on there. And so that oil will drip off in the jar to the bottom. And I wouldn't really trust it for dehydrating. It's very oily. So I, not dehydrating, sorry, for shelf storage. I mean, for just a few days, totally fine. But so, anyways, the next batch, you can see these are very dry. I'm going to try it without the oil, just straight seasoning salt. And I will say the teriyaki ones are very plain, very blah. They needed salt or something, but honestly, we love the seasoning salt batch, so we're just gonna skip the whole teriyaki thing. It's way easier too. You just sprinkle, like I showed you on the video, so you saw. Anyways, it's way faster, no marinating involved, and it's actually a lot yummier. So anyway, so we're pretty happy about that. The most delicious snack, it just got scarfed down. Unfortunately, you have to wait for the dehydrating process, but once that's done, like, they do not last. So yummy. And I had other people, we had some company, and they asked for the recipe, so they want to do the same thing. It's really good. But anyways, and they are more like jerky. I said fries, they're more like jerky because they're very, very chewy, but it's nice. It lasts a little longer while you're munching on your snack. You don't scarf it down super quick. But anyways, yeah, so that's how you dehydrate zucchini and make zucchini jerky. Super, super yummy treat. Totally worth it you doing that for your zucchinis if you have a boatload of zucchinis. All right, well, you guys take care, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.